We've made it to Kansas City, and for our first stop, we're going to the World War I Museum. I've been here 20, 30 times to Kansas City. Never once have I been here, so I'm anxious to get in there and see what it's all about.
Yeah, I'm super excited for this one. And this is a great way to kick off our big summer adventure.
Yep.
Right here in Kansas City. You know, staying, what, about
half an hour
out of town, just south of town. And so coming in and doing stuff is going to be a lot of fun.
I'm excited.
I'm really excited.
Come on.
All right, yeah, let's go. So we got tickets, great military discount.
Yes.
Here at the World War I Museum. And now we're up on the tower. And what a view of downtown Kansas City. Amazing.
Here is the Union Station.
Yep.
Right here, where my mom, when she was little, would go and pick up my grandpa from work every week.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Neat place. In a display hall, and this is all about entertaining the troops and what the troops over in the European theater and in Africa and whatnot, what they did for fun when they weren't fighting. So yeah, it's really neat.
We'll show you a few things.
And they have a painting on the back wall that is a section of a 400-foot painting.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And luckily they rescued it because it sat in storage for 20 years in Baltimore.
Yeah, they rescued this.
Yeah, just this section.
This section.
And the rest of it, they said they don't know where it is. More than likely, it's in the garbage somewhere.
Right.
It's a shame. But anyway, really cool stuff. So every face that's in this painting is an actual person based on photographs. Absolutely incredible. And like I said earlier, this is just a small section of a 400-foot painting of all these people. Really neat. So behind me is
Everywhere that we go, we see guns, little guns, big guns.
an exhibit that demonstrates what a artillery shell or a mortar would do, and you can see how high this crater is.
After another. There was one.
In case you fell asleep in history class, World War I went from 1914 to November 11th of 1919, and we have just entered the first hall of the actual museum, and it's kind of the prelude to war. So this is really neat, kind of the gathering of all the nations that fought. And World War I was truly a world war. What do you think so far?
So far, it's interesting. So
Very.
I'm anxious to learn a few more things.
Let's go take a look. This display about the air war in World War I, and this guy the guy right there,
Yeah.
that is none other than the Red Baron.
Love his pizzas. Phenomenal.
Phenomenal pizza.
Great crust.
Behind me here is General Blackjack Pershing, the Expeditionary Forces commander. That is his flag. And they had some great exhibits here at the museum, and they're all original. Most of it is original artifacts from the First World War. Some of it's been reproduced, but most of it, like this tank behind me, is an actual artifact from World War I. See with the glare, but this is General Lewis Berkeley, and he's a Medal of Honor recipient from World War I, and it's really cool. His Medal of Honor, very cool, and some of his other decorations. As a former infantryman, we're always concerned about how we're going to get off the battlefield if we get hurt, and this wall behind me shows the process from the time a soldier was wounded all the way through the evacuation hospital, back to a base hospital, and then eventually back home or back to the front. It's really incredible. All right, well, that was the World War I museum, and I'm going to apologize. We didn't do nearly as much video as we could because it is absolutely one of the best museums I've ever been in.
Yeah, and sometimes it was the glass that had the glare, so it wouldn't have been perfect to see.
But there are so many artifacts of World War I. There are so many stories.
Oh yeah.
So much to read, so much to see.
Yeah.
And we did everything. We did the main hall, we did the lower galleries.
Yeah,
we went to the top of this tower. Absolutely one of the most. It's overwhelming, is what it is. And we spent what, 4 hours?
Three.
Almost 4 hours in the museum.
And if you're one that likes to sit and just read everything, it's definitely going to be an all-day thing for you.
Yeah, like I said, we didn't dwell on everything,
right?
Because there's so much to dwell on. But if you really want to get a good grasp of the First World War, the actual on-the-ground soldier story, the global story.
Oh yeah, the global.
They didn't miss anything.
Yeah, no.
They didn't miss anything.
They got the timeline down to the weeks and the days.
Yeah, and stuff that I thought I knew, and I learned so much today.
That's awesome.
So anyway, if you're ever in Kansas City, you come downtown, you've got the World War I Museum and Memorial here. Definitely visit. They give military discounts and other discounts, senior discounts and whatnot. But we're heading to our next stop, and that is going to be Union Station, but you're going to have to wait till next week to see that. All right, so like and subscribe, do all those stuff.
Tell a friend.
And tell a friend, and
we'll see you next
week. Apparently we're doing the skip challenge here, and Dustin believes that he can skip. We'll be the judge of that. We know Leslie can skip because Leslie can skip because she looks like she can skip. And Teresa here, I'm not sure. And me, I don't know.
I do it at school all the time.
Okay. So Dustin and Leslie are going to skip. And it's probably going to be fabulous because she has a purse in her hand.
I'm balanced.
Ready?
Okay, Jerry, your turn.
All right. Jerry's going to try to skip. Here he goes.
There you go. Frolic, baby, frolic.
It's a military skip.
Yeah. There goes Teresa too. Hey.